Video 2.2, the remote manager mindset. When managing a remote workforce, you need to set yourself up for success as a manager or a business owner. Managers that have never worked with remote teams before are in for a shock when they have to for the first time. As managers and business owners with in-person teams, we know how easy it is to keep a pulse on our staff and know what's going on with them in their professional and personal lives. Shifting your team to remote work, you are no longer going to have that option. When business owners and managers decide to call meetings with remote teams, it's important to find balance. Are you asking your team to jump online in a group Zoom call because it makes you feel better, or is it really going to increase productivity? Let me ask that again. Are you asking your team to jump online in a group Zoom call because it makes you feel better, or is it really going to increase productivity? Instead of 5 group calls each week, maybe cut back to 3. Instead of having group calls, consider one-on-one calls with your team. Sometimes just to check in, see how they're doing, ask them more questions, and allow them to lead, and it will spur their creativity and thought process. You need to be realistic in your expectations. Your team might not always need to be able to check in, or they might not be always able to communicate or get back to you instantly. It's going to take a while to get the communication patterns down. So be patient with yourself and your team. Managing a remote team requires a few adjustments for your business, including how you track time. If your team is getting their work completed on time and producing the same quality of work with the same amount of creativity, I wouldn't worry about installing software that ensures that they are online all the time. Employees aren't necessarily tied to a desk during their entire workday, and hopefully they're out taking walks while they're on conference calls and balancing their life. We talked a lot about empowering your leaders during a crisis, and your entire team needs to feel empowered when working remotely. They need to feel comfortable making decisions within certain parameters. In reading 2.2, you'll be learning from 2 articles: Key Mindset Changes for the New Remote Manager and 6 Traits of Leaders Who Manage Remotely. There are lots of great takeaways and solutions presented for someone that needs to either start managing remotely or improve their remote management skills. For Activity 2.2, you'll be taking time to reflect on your manager mindset.